All right, I forgot my microphone, so I hope you can hear me well enough. These are the ShoulderFIX Clinic #1 exercises to do every other day to give your shoulder pain relief. #1 is thoracic spine extension and rotation. So to be able to get into the extension, place the edge of the foam roller above your lumbar spine at the bottom of your thoracic spine. We want to protract the shoulder blades around the back, expose more muscle. Inhale in your diaphragm. Exhale. Move up, inhale. You can do a couple times, 2, 3, 4 on each section if you want to. As you move up the roller, you're going to have less leverage. And we also want to open this up. If this doesn't hurt or pinch your shoulders, you can hold a small dumbbell, protract your shoulder blades, inhale. And that extra weight will help you get a little bit more thoracic extension right there. Another thing that holds the shoulders in a fixed position are the serratus anterior, the shark-looking muscles right here along the rib cage, underneath the scapula, as well as the lat. So you lie on the side, on your side, right at the top towards your armpit, and you're gonna feel it. And you just use your breath. You can do little cross friction across, and then roll your body back to your lat, little cross friction there. And then with your palm up, you exhale as you go overhead. That is how you release the serratus, the lat, and a little bit of the subscapular muscles that are responsible for protraction and inward rotation. Now to open up those muscles and work them through their full range of motion, lie on the back, keep a neutral pelvis, so there's still a little bit of space underneath your lumbar spine, but we want to hold the rib cage down into the floor. We don't want the middle back compensating and coming up off the ground. So here, protract the shoulder blades, bring them up towards your ears as you lower this weight down overhead. Hold your rib cage to the floor. You're gonna feel all the muscles under here stretching and working, as long as there's no pinching or pain with that. Again, you wanna protract the shoulder blades and then let them come up towards your ears as you go overhead. Very necessary is opening up the pectoralis major and minor here, particularly on the side. That when tight will hold this shoulder forward. And if you have excessive tightness up here, that's holding it up, closing the space in the shoulder. You can use a small massage ball. My favorite one here is the 5-inch ball. You start right below the collarbone and you roll across to the edge. Do that 2 to 4 times in 1, 2, 3 different sections. If this were my 2nd to 4th roll and I've opened it up, I'm gonna go right at the edge there on the pec minor, take a diaphragmatic breath in, let this arm relax. Sweep that arm overhead, I'm gonna come back, roll across the chest again, find a tighter spot. We're lengthening that muscle as we release it. My favorite stretch for the pecs is a little bit difficult, but on the floor, face down, put the hand up, palm down at an angle. Watch my shoulder blade. The shoulder blade comes down into the body as you roll over. So I'm bringing this down, creating space in the shoulder, bend the opposite knee, and just kick that leg back. If you feel your shoulder rising as you're turning over, stop there and use your breath and just open up the muscle, or drop your hand to a better position or raise it to a better position that allows you to keep the shoulder blade down. Now we're ready to get into the muscles in the back after opening up the chest. We have more access back there. This one you can do with a band or cable. How you do it is the most important thing for all of these things. Make sure it's strong enough. You have tension. You get a little posterior tuck in your pelvis so you don't compensate with your lower and middle back. Let your shoulder blades start forward, then you're pulling them away from your ears and pinching your shoulder blades together. Pretend like something is pulling your elbow back, and then you stop when your elbows get right next to your sides. And then you're gonna drive your shoulder blades down and back and squeeze. See how I'm not pulling anymore with my hands? I'm just squeezing my shoulder blades down and back. Let the head come forward, bring it back, tuck the chin, mouth closed, tongue at the roof of the mouth, retract, pull, spread your chest wide, keep that chin tucked, stop the elbows at the sides, and squeeze the shoulder blades and hold that contraction for 5 to 10 seconds. Now this next one can be done elevated if it's too hard to do it on the ground. The point is, if you're on the ground, you want the knees to start, the center of the knee to start directly below the center of the hip. Then the wrist right below the shoulders, move them forward 6 inches. Knees come off the ground slightly. Only thing you're doing is pushing forward and up. Rounding your upper back as much as possible, and you stop right here. We don't want to come into a downward dog with the chest in between to tighten up in our traps or rhomboids. We just bring the knees up, lock your elbows, push out, round your upper back, and you push up. And you hold for 5 to 10 seconds. Come back down. 5 to 10 seconds. Come back down. This is directly targeting the serratus muscles and is going to give you your humerus more room in the shoulder. For this last one, this is a disassociation technique. It seems somewhat counterintuitive, however, it's not. Typically when we get really tight up here through the neck, the levator scapulae or rhomboids are working too hard, and the traps end up tight as well as weak, the upper traps that pull your scapula up. So you want to start out in this rounded back, poor posture position, and then we want to bring the head up, tuck your chin, and just bring your shoulders straight up. We could do a 10-second hold, let everything drop and round, come up. By activating these muscles, we're taking the pressure off of the other ones.